Right, I wrote this yesterday a bunch of times, and I think it's important, so I think we should all follow what's going on here, okay? It's not really hard, but I don't have time to go over this, except for, I want to go back to how important 276 is. 276 is, two 9x9 matrices with a 76 in the middle. Radio, so you want proof, here's your proof. I'm going to prove Tesla was right, but it was just another riddle. Here's my proof of why. If you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9. All that stuff. So, this is the proper order of number. Okay? Read it backwards, that's your 3. Okay? 3 makes 4 makes 5. What that means is that your 3 dots makes the 4th heaven in a cell. That's all it means. And it also means 3 makes 4 makes 5 makes a 4-6 split. Okay? Because this 4 is going to be split with this 6. Okay? Zavi? So, again, your 1, 1, 1, 4, 5 of Armageddon clearly points to the 3 singularities to make this, the 4 being the new one in the middle, which is different but the same, to make a 5th one. Okay? Now, the next thing after that is your 6, which is your 6 split, which is a 4. Next to the 6, there's enough to make a 9. 110, or a unification of a 0 and a 1 is a 9. Maybe a white 9 beside a black 6. So it's like a V folding, so the 4 will eventually be with the 6 when it goes and becomes 1. Because the observers change reference, because you're looking at a V, if you change your reference, it eventually becomes a 1. So again, your 108927 is the 6, and this is the 4. So 6 is complete, okay? It's this. It's a center is needed to make a cube, because pivot points for axles of cellular nature of energy, so you need 6 faces in the end of the day. You need the Borg cube, okay? 2 is duality between left and right, up and down, left and right, like whatever. There's duality in everything, and 9 is balance, and these are the building blocks of all that shit. So, we've gone over this. Anyways, so it's Tesla code. We're going to talk about Tesla code. He talked about 3, 6, and 9. Now, if you look at this order of number, 3 backwards would be the first thing, the 4th thing would be the 6, and the 7th thing would be the 9. There are 97 cells inside the big heart on that guy. 64 is a lot like an 8-bit cell or an 8x8 white hole grid to make the 9x9 black hole number grid. Now, does that not make sense? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dividers both ways. That's why it's called 8-bit, because you're focusing on the dividers. 3, encircle it maybe for tetrahedrons. 31 maybe as a whole. 32. Ooh, read it backwards. 23. Ah, Jim Carrey. I must be insane. Completely sane. So we're gonna look at this now. The 10892. Okay, how this is derived. So you take a dot, because this is all derived. This is my proof of what a dot is expanded upon. I looked at a singularity and decided to go deeper. So a dot is a 1, okay, a dot is a line, is not infinite, because it's contained. Like, this looks like a 1. It's not going off the page on its retardedness. It's not infinite, thus you get it is in a bubble. Oh, I'm talking to myself here. A 1 is not infinite, thus you get it is in a bubble. Okay, so once you know that this is this, now it's finite, so there's like an invisible barrier of a bubble. Okay, it's all contained in the cell, which is this, which is obviously an 8. But since we already know that a dot is a line from our previous lesson, then if you make this line a dot, you conveniently get that. Okay. And now that you get dimensions of splitting dots and lines and bubbles, okay, then from a certain point of view, an 8 is, you can start to change, look like a P, look like a 9, which allows you to grasp duality between your north and south here, and now you're east and west here, because you're either looking at it from this point of view, or from this point of view, where this circle would look like a line. And the only characters I can think of with the line on top and a bubble on the bottom are these two. Okay, boom, boom. Here's your 9x9 grid. The P, the B, the D, and the 9 quadrant. Okay, this is your good side. This is your evil side. Oh, I have to read it backwards. I forgot. So it's your good and your live side. You gotta mix the two. Maybe good and live is good life. Anyway, so your 3 mix 4 mix 5 mix 6. It's 10 digits, okay? In the middle would seem to be a 76 with a bubble going from here and a bubble going from here, and you're containing a bubble because whatever. So no, it's a 4-6 split. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6, 4, containing the 76. You have to contain the 76. Circled 13's an M, circled M's an N. Kind of funny. Now, 276 being your new middle of, okay, what we talked about? We talked about the building blocks of everything to make fly spec, to understand how to evaluate characters, to understand balance, which is ultimately duality. Okay? 3 mix 4 mix 5 makes 6, because that fly spec now is looked in. Now you can look at all the stuff inside and do the same thing and go up and down in the dimensions. Okay? So it's a 6-4 split. I'm going to look at the middle now. So your 2 times 7 is your 14 is your N. Your 7 plus 6 is your 13 is your M. Your 2 plus 7 plus 6 is your 15, which is your O, which is the circle. 2, 7, 6 is 15. Didn't think of that one. 4, 5, 6, 9, 2, 4. But anyway. Oh, it's all over the place. Okay. Your 70. Okay, this becomes 7, 2, 6. The dot. Oh, now if you look at this, it's the dot and the line can be looked at as this and this to make a V with 7, 2, 6. Now 7 and 2 here would be 9. So your 1 is the circle around the bubble in this. Your dot would be your O in this. Your 8 would be your 6 plus your 2 here. Your 9 would be, you know what I'm saying, your 1, 0, 8, 9, okay? Which you make, it's a 2 here, okay? Like for fuck's sakes, it's a 2. Or you make 2 1x2s. So this 2 becomes a 0 because since it's a seam, the 2 goes away because you'd make a bubble here and make a bubble here to create a white hole, to create a new heaven, a center of the V, to make Roman numeral 5. Anyway, so 2 1x2s make 3 1x1s because when you cut it, look, you're cutting this one, you're cutting this one, this becomes a 1x1, 1x1. That also exists. So you want to know, there's a lot of stuff happening here. I see. So again, your 7, 2, 6, if you want to think about it this way, your 7 from top to bottom is your 7. Okay, you have 2 or a circled 1, or, like we talked about before, you have 2 bubbles. But since we already created the 7, you have a 7 and 2 bubbles, then maybe 2 bubbles to make a V. V is 5, and you have 2 bubbles. VII is 7, so maybe this is like a 7, 7 right now. And what's left? All you have left in this is a dot 6 in a cell. Okay? So like, 7,760 magnets. I guess this is a multiple of decoding you can look at too. 38, 58, 7716, So that's interesting. The 276 can also be taken as 2 9x9 matrices or 2 76s. Meaning 2 cellular energy devices, again 7716, brings me up to there. Again, 12 and 14, our calendar year, what I think it is, and what they introduced as the 13 zodiac, I always find interesting. Okay, so now we're talking about the 6-4 split of what? Well, the 6-4 split of what? Maybe the matrix, maybe the L, because I really haven't gone over the L so much. You gotta make the V, gotta make the X, and then gotta make the L. So if I'm gonna think, like, fuck dots and lines, okay? You gotta make the V, which is 1. We gotta make the X, which is 2. You gotta make the L, which is 3. X, Y, Z axis. Let's use the Z axis. So I use the Z axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a double bubble here. Okay, and you're 64, huh? Circle twice is 66, which is 12, which is the letter L, 12th letter of the alphabet. Okay. So let's look at this cell. This cell is 110. It literally is. It's beside the 76. Underneath the L. Beside the 235, I mean. 110. A little smudged. Now your 110 is here, and we just got a 64 here. So let's just take the 64 and add it to the 100. Now we got 174. Oh, what are the two numbers underneath this? 110. Oh, 174 and 174. Because you got to make two cellular energy devices. I said cell. It's a circled 110, not it's a cell of 110. So you have a cell of 110 and a cell and with a 64 now. You have this, which is just a 1 by 174, or two of them, which is exactly what is on my board. Yeah, like that. I do. Continue on with Tesla. What about this guy? What about backwards L? And a backwards L here. Okay, so that's a 21. So if it's backwards, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 will be in front, so it'll be a 4, 6 now. Okay? So you're going to have a 110 with a 4, 6 for this guy. 156. Take the circle plus 1 it, let's say. 157. There's your 157. Circled 157. Is that like 156, 256, 356 computers? Evolution? Okay, well what about the end of this guy? Like, okay? Value of 110. Value of 10, sorry, 10. So like, that guy over here is a value of 10. So 64 and 10 is 74, which is like a circled God particle. And if we take this one down here, what should I set over here is 21. 21 with the 46 now. 67, which is like if you reverse the matrix, would be the metal. So like all these things are interesting about where I'm going with all this finally. So at the end of the day, we're talking about Armageddon. 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 1. It's all you need. Right here. This last bit right here is these three parts. This 3 is all you need to make a 9. But this 3 is all you need to make a 4, which is all you need to make a 5. Which makes a 6, which is complete. Which makes a white 9 beside it in a cell, which is shown depicted here because it's 0 starts. If you start with a 1, maybe it'd be a black 9. It's an invisible 9 guy beside a 6. It's the top of a new iteration of matrix. If you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9 Tesla, well, there's my answer. 3 makes 4, makes 5, makes 6 to be complete. And there's a little bit of leftover stuff, makes 7, makes 8, makes 9. It's just Armageddon code guy. It's the study of dots and lines and the matrix and the proper order of number and the significance of number. Like, I don't know what to say. I really don't have a clue how else to put it. You think these have been easy? Okay? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. There you go. There. That's my proof. If you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9. If you only knew what I know, which everyone should know. I should be teaching everyone. Just what I'm doing for free, I guess, but it's not very profitable. I think a lot of people are irritated at me because I do this, but you know. God damn it. Life is not working out today. There you go. Bunch of stuff. Yeah, do what you want with it. Seriously. It's all in the details, man. Yeah, but that's your proper order number. And understanding that understands that, which helps you understand that, which helps you understand that. It's called reality. And God particle and the wave particle duality of light. And Kabbalah, numbers, and Armageddon, and bullshit Bible stories, and it's just a word. The only reason it's called this is because numbers are what they are. It's all you need to know. So perfect.